Hi there and welcome to Cap2's April edition of the Course Pro feature webinar. Today we're going to be taking you through one of the more complicated features of the software, and that's payment plans. Okay, so payment plans are how we set up the various charges and control those payments that go through for the various courses that you'll have. Okay, so to access payment plans you need to go to Settings and into Members, and then you see over here you've got Payment Plans. Okay, and these are the payment plans that we already have set up. I'm going to add a new one and explain to you how they work. So I'm going to call this a test payment plan as a name. Then you have a usage limit, so this allows you to limit the number of times this payment plan can be used by one individual. Okay, if you leave it blank, it means there's no limit. If you want it to only be used once by each individual, you can put a 1 in there. Okay. And then you can have various options within this one payment plan. Okay, so I'm going to set up, for example, a 10-week block. You can then add an option if you wanted another option and have, for example, a 5-week block. Okay, and you can edit these two payment plans separately of one another by highlighting them. And below you'll see you've got the settings for each of these options. Okay, so I'm now editing option 1, and these below are the settings for option 1. Okay, so first things first is Home Portal. So if I click on Home Portal, this just enables you to allow this payment plan option to be used within Home Portal. So for example, when they come to top up, and once we have online bookings become available, it'll allow them to use it to book onto a course as well. Okay, there are a few other options in here. If you wanted to set a different name for this description in Home Portal, description name for the option in Home Portal, you can do that. And these are to do with bookings. So again, this is part of the new part of the software we're writing for Home Portal bookings. At the moment, you can just ignore those. Okay, then you have sessions, so you can set how many sessions you're going to allow to book at one time. So if I click on Edit, you can say, so this is a 10-week block that I'm setting up here, so this can be 10 sessions. Okay, you can see here you've got this option for infinite sessions. Now this could be if you have direct debits that you're using as payment, and by ticking that box it would set it up as an infinite payment plan, so somebody is effectively not really paying for it and just has their payments going through on the direct debit until you stop that payment plan. Okay, we're going to use it, as I say, as a 10-week block. Okay, then you have the price, so you can edit the price. So from here you can say this class is going to be, for example, £5 per lesson, and then you have from and to dates. So this enables you to expire payment plans, and also to set up automatic price increases if you want to. So we could say that this is going to be valid until the end of the month. Okay, and you can set that price then, so it's going to be £5 per session with bookings until the 30th of June. Then you can add another option, and this one you could have, it is going to be £5.50 from the 1st of July. Okay, and we're clicking on Done. That will then automatically apply that price increase from the 1st of July. And so you can see there you can schedule those price increases. Okay, then you have where is this going to be, the option to select where this payment plan is going to be available. Okay, so if you click everywhere, that is literally going to make it available to all regions, all centres, all courses and all classes. Okay, if you want to be a bit more specific about where it's available, you can do that as well. So you can see here, first of all, you can add a course. So you could say it's specifically available for your continuous swim school. And then you can specify what levels it's available at. So you might, for instance, have a different price for your first 5 levels, for example. Unlikely, I know, but you might. And so this will only make it apply to those stages 1 to 5. And then you could set up another option for the rest of the levels if you wanted to. Okay, and then you can select whether it's going to be available at all centres. So this payment plan might be specific for a certain centre. So in this instance we'll make it for Westminster, and by clicking on Add, that will then make it available at Westminster at no additional levels if you wanted to, but you could, on a site-by-site basis, add in extra levels if you wanted to. Okay, you can see here you can enable it for another site if you needed to, and leave it at no additional levels. Okay, so once you're happy with that, if you click on Done, you can see here you have this new filter box, and it shows you exactly where these prices are going to take effect. Okay, for a swim school in a continuous course, for stages 1, 2 and 3 and 2 others, and also at Westminster with the extra levels 8 and 9, and at Castle Leisure Centre no additional levels. Okay, so that's what if you want to specify it on a course. So adding a centre is a similar thing, so you can add in a centre control, but then you can specify within that centre what courses it's going to be available at as well. So it could just be for your swim school continuous, and again you can edit the levels which that's going to be available for as well. Okay, so it's a similar filter to the other one, but just a different way round. Okay. And then you have the option to control it by region as well. So within the system you can set up regions for various centres if you need to, and you can control it whether it's going to be just at one of these regions or not. And again, what courses it's available for, what levels it's available for. So again, lots of control to allow you to select exactly where this is going to be available. And you can see each time it adds a new filter to show you where it's going to take effect. Okay. So next box down we have size constraints. So this would allow you to set different prices based on sizes of class. So you might have certain classes, say for instance a 2-to-1 class with a certain price, and then classes with 3 or more as a different price. So from here, if you click on Edit, you can have this one apply to classes of, for example, a maximum of 2. Okay. Or you could have it that you want it to be classes with only 2 people in. Okay, so that would apply it to all 2-to-1 classes. Or you can have it so that this applies to all classes of 3 to 10. So any class with enough spaces for 3 to 10 people, that payment plan will apply to. Okay. Then you've got duration constraints, and this is setting it based on the length of a class. So again, you might have a different price for a class that is 30 minutes to a class that is 60 minutes. In fact, you probably would do. And so you can set a payment plan to apply to all classes of up to 30 minutes or of 31 minutes to 60 minutes, or whatever you need. Okay. Then you have time and day constraints, so you can set it up to only work at certain times of the day. So this might be on a Monday. This will only work between the hours of open, so 6 maybe until 10 in the morning. Okay, and then you can add multiple options in like that, so it could be the same for all days if you need to. And then of course you can set up an alternative option for classes that start after 10 o'clock if you need to. Okay. Then you have your memberships. Okay, so you can see here this would be to control it based on having a membership in the system. So you might want it to own this payment plan option to only apply to people with a certain membership. And if you want to do that, you can click on here and click on require membership. You can have it check the membership constantly, which means that it's constantly looking up that member to make sure that their membership is valid and it hasn't expired. Okay, and then you can set the membership that this applies for. So if you click on edit, you can see here the two different memberships that are already set up in the system. We'll say this is a concession membership. Okay, so that means that only people with a concession membership against their name will be able to use this specific payment plan. Okay, I can click on done, and that's the membership set. You can also set discounts within the system based on people having memberships as well. So if I click on add, you can see here you get a drop down of the various different types of discount you can get. So obviously free would mean that the person with a certain membership would get this class for free. Percentage discount allows you to set a certain percentage and the discount that will be given for that specific membership. Monetary, again, you can set a specific price discount, or set a completely different price altogether. So it might be £4.50 per class. Okay. And then you've again got the require membership box, so this makes sure that they have to have a membership for this to get this discount. And again, you've got the check membership constantly to make sure that that's constantly valid membership. And again, you get to set the specific membership that this applies for. And again, you just select the one that's available there. And so everyone that has that membership will now get that specific discount on the class. And click on done, and then that's saved. Okay, so those are all of the various settings for the individual options, and if you scroll back up to the top now, you can see a brief overview of what those settings that you've given below are. You can see here, so this is for 10 sessions at Swim School Continuous for 2 centres at 5 levels, and another centre for all levels. It does require a membership, so it's basically just defining all of those settings that you've put below. So once you're happy with that, you can then click on the next option down, and then you can work through. You can see here you get a completely blank set of settings below, and you can work your way through using using those other settings. Okay, and so you can have as many options as you need within here, and set those kind of filters and settings for the various options. And that's payment plans. I hope that's been helpful for you all, and hope to see you at our next webinar.